I love that wind down. Good morning. Good morning. I've got my happiness is homemade cup full of coffee this morning. I don't sit it in my normal place when I'm crafting. Normally it's over here, but I've got my crafting stuff in my tote right there. So if I spill my coffee, it would pour right into there, and I don't want that to happen. So I've got it over here. Got that, got my water, and I got my crochet hook. I'm ready. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday morning with me. I have to watch when I set my cup down now because it's on this little ledge. Yet don't want it in my lap. Do not want it in my lap. Let's see here. There's my sound check. Guys, just getting ready to ask. Hawkins Family Adventures is here, and she's crocheting right now. Yay! That is awesome. Christina, Dyson's Crazy Adventures, says hello. She's working, but she's here. Gonna be listening. I asked Sandra what color she's working with, and she's working with dark blue and pink. And I think that's going to be really pretty colors together. Yeah. Oh, you're making yourself and Lillian matching Afghans. How cool is that? That is awesome. Well, what I'm working on today, I'm going to finish this hat. And I just had my little scissors. Oh, there they are. Got my little scissors today. Let's see. This is still connected there, so I need to finish this off and change colors. So I need this back on my hook. So how's everybody doing today? I'm doing good. Scooter's doing good. I took him out right before we started, so he should be resting while we're crafting. That's the plan anyway. We will see. Let's see. I gotta find the end of this yarn. All right. There we go. Gotta keep all the ends separated from. I'm using 3 colors, so it's not a lot to keep track of, but it's easy to get them tangled up when you're working from out of the tote. So let's see. Okay. Changing colors. And here. Okay. Get this going. Here we go. I'm doing my 2 rows of white because I changed it because I decided that was not enough color on the top. So I'm bringing the color all the way down to here this time. So this will be all gray, 2 rows of white, and then the dark blue. And I think I'm going to like that better. I think so. All right. Boy, I hear the birds outside this morning. Spring is on the way. Yay. Springtime, springtime. I can't wait. Let's see. Do I have a yarn needle laying right here? Is it in here? Yes. Get my yarn needle out. I I've got several in here. There's this one. And I'll work this end in a little bit. So the challenging part is to get this yarn in this needle. It's not too challenging because it's made for yarn, so it's got to, see, it didn't take long. And I'm just going to weave in these ends. What I'm doing, I'm just putting them across the chain in the back loop of that, and then it won't be hanging out in my way later. I have learned I did not like working in my ends. I'm one of those people that just did not, that was not anything that I enjoyed. So I used to save it all till the end. And then I had all these ends to work in. And I didn't enjoy it at all because, like I said, it was my least favorite part. So I have finally learned that if I do it as I go, it only takes a little bit of time and then I'm done, right? It's done. And I don't have to worry about it. Doing it all at the end, which makes me miserable because, like I said, I don't enjoy that step. But now I've made friends with this step because I just use my yarn needle. I work it right in there as I go, and it has made everything so much smoother and more enjoyable for me. Now, everybody's different. It may not be an issue for you. But see, then I'm done. And I can go ahead and crochet. I'm just going to crochet right around, and you won't even know they're there. And I didn't save it till the end and have to do it later. So that makes me a happy camper. Let's see here. Tranquility through life's natural beauty is here. Hey, 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 how are you doing? Let's see. Oh, it's not too late yet where you are, huh? Had to look at the clock there. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I got it going again. Okay, so right now, because it's two colors, you can see where that worked in, right? But here in a second, I'll show you, and you won't even know it's there anymore. Oh, we don't have our music on. What are we thinking? Where is our music? It's over here. Let's see. Feeding the ducks is my favorite, but we really liked that night driving one last time. So let's start with that one. Turn it down a little. Let it get going first. It's going to kick in here in a minute. There it goes. Okay, I'm going to turn it down. We just want it in the background. There we go. All right, there's that end. Okay, and now you can't even tell where that end was where I worked it in because we've crocheted through there and you can't see it anymore. Yay! This one you already can't really see because it's the same color, right? This contrasted and stood out because we had changed colors. All right, here we go. So I'm doing double crochet all the way around, and then I join, and then I chain 3 and double crochet around again. That's where we are. So right now there's no counting. As long as I just don't skip a space, we're good. All right. There we go. Yeah. I like making these hats. One, because I like to wear them, and two, I just think they're cute. And in the wintertime, I always wear a hat. Usually, this winter, I've kind of stuck with my ball caps mainly. I don't know why, because usually in the winter, I have a stocking cap on my head every day, just because I'm cold natured, and having that hat keeping my body heat in just keeps me warm. And then I don't have to keep turning the furnace up and then Doug turning it back. Now, see, I don't know. When I say I turn it up, I mean I turn it on. Okay. And then he turns it not off, but changes the setting to where it doesn't run where it's supposed to be. We keep it about 70. But if somebody's been going in and out and in and out and in and out, letting the cold air in, I've been known to bump it so it comes on. But anyway, with my stocking caps on, I don't have to do that. And there we go. What I end up doing, though, is I end up giving them away. Even the ones I wear. I mean, if it's your friend and they're like, can I have your hat? They don't care that you've worn it. But then you have to make some more hats, right? And these I can sit down and do a hat in about half an hour if I just stay sat down and I'm not multitasking, right? I can do that in about half an hour. And what that means is if I picked an outfit that day and I don't have a hat to match, I can just sit down and make one, right? As long as I have the supplies and the color I need. And I keep all of my extra yarn. And I tell you what, these hats are a great thing to make with your scrap yarn. Because look at that. I only used that much of the pink, only used that much of the white, and this much of the teal. So it didn't take a whole lot. So yes, I am one of those people that I save everything. So when I'm done with a project, it depends on what shape the skein is in. Now this one, okay, this has got a little out of hand, so I'm going to roll it into a ball when I'm done because it's falling apart. This is messy, and it's going to have to get rolled. So if a skein looks like that when I'm done with my project, I roll it up into a ball. If it's just depleted a little, but the skein's still together, well, I leave it like that and just put it in there. But my leftovers, I tend to roll up into a ball. And occasionally, you get home with that skein of yarn that slipped right through your inspection. You get it home and it won't pull, or it's so tangled you can't get it to pull, so you can work with it. And you just have to roll the whole thing into a ball before you even start. Yeah, been there. Oh my God. No, I won't tell her. Let's see. Yes, it works. Tranquility. Sandra says it's 8:11 Pacific time there. It is 10. I'm behind in my chat, so it's 10:17 in the morning here. So over there, 6, 7, it's either going on 5:30 or 6:30 in the evening. I don't remember which. Oh, she may tell us. There's Ann J. Hey, Ann. I'm up. I'm up. Somebody stayed up till 4 in the morning. That's okay. Because I got my coffee in my Happiness is Homemade cup. I got my water. I got my crochet. Life is good. Got my friends here. All right, so I'm coming to the end of this row. So I just crochet there. And then I join it with a slip stitch, which means I come and catch the top of this first stitch right here. I don't yarn over, I just stick it through. Yarn over, pull it through, and ta-da, it is closed. Then I chain 3. And then I do it again. I find crochet very soothing, calming. Now, yeah, there's times, if you're learning a new stitch, that isn't always a calming experience for me. But you know what? You just stick with it. You try it, do a little test row, right? So you do your little row, you turn it, come back across, and if it looks right, yay. If not, you tear it out, rip it out, pull it, right? And try it again. And if that still didn't work, you rip it out, read the directions again, and try it again. And sometimes I can get it on the first time. Sometimes it takes 3. Sometimes it takes 10. It depends on what the stitch is and what I'm trying to do, right? But occasionally you come across those stitches like this that are really pretty. They make a design that's really pretty. And they were so easy. They were so easy to do. Yeah. I like those moments. It's looking great. Thank you very much. I can't wait to wear it. Dawn says I have to go soon. Em wants dinner. Yep, it is dinner time there, huh? Oh my gosh, y'all. So I got on this, once in a while you just get on a food kick where there's something that sounds good and that's like all you want. So for me, it's been brats and sauerkraut. I hadn't had sauerkraut in a very, 2 years. Okay, a very long time. And it just sounded good. So I got me some, and it's a little more sour than I remembered, but delicious. Delicious. And I've really been enjoying it. And one of the things that I want to try to do is make my own sauerkraut this year. I saw some directions and it looked like really easy, like anybody could do it. That means I could probably do it. But I think I'm going to try it and see. Won't know till I try it, right? But I think the advantage of making your own is you could kind of control the flavor of it a little bit. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. It might end up super strong. I don't know. Things to ponder. Let's see. Well, I took 2 of these and I'm fine. Christina. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, see, Doug has to be at work at 4. And he told us all goodbye this morning. Let's see here. And it's interesting to me that different colors can have a different texture. Like this white yarn, it's the same weight, it's the same ply, but it has a different feel to it. Same brand and everything, but the white just has a little bit of a different feel to it. It isn't coarser. How would I describe it? It feels like the fiber is fuller. That'd be the best way I could describe it. And I wasn't going to mention it. What I would like to know is, though, what time my fellow instigators got up this morning. I got up at 8 o'clock. Up, I'm almost to the end of this row, and I'm only going to do 2 rows of this color, I think. I think that will be enough because I just want it to be an accent color this go around. So I think I'm done with the white. So now I'm going to switch to the dark blue. I got to find it in my tote first, but it's right here. I see it. It's right here. So I have a pretty big tote, actually. Does it say how big it is? Of course not. But anyway, here's the lid. Here's the lid to my tote. So it's a pretty big tote. I got that size because even if I'm working on an Afghan, it'll be big enough to have my yarn, the pattern book if I'm using a pattern, and even as the Afghan gets bigger as I progress along in the project and the Afghan itself is getting larger, I can still fold it up, put it in there, and close the lid. And for my house, the purpose of the tote is to keep the cats out of my project because they love to take a piece of yarn and run. And they have unraveled some of my projects before, the little boogers. But they don't get the project as much as they like to grab the ball of yarn or the skein of yarn and do it that way. And they can have it from one end of the house to the other in no time at all. No time at all. And I'm really, 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 really wanting to get back and make some more of at least a couple of sets of diaper covers, hats, and matching baby blankets, crocheted. I haven't done any of those in a while, and those are really fun for me to make. I really enjoy that, and they're so cute when you're done. Oh my goodness. All right, got that there. I'm gonna come on up. Well, I'm gonna find the piece I'm working with first. There we go. Got it. Got it. And I'm gonna do 3. Wait, nope. I better work those ends in first. Pull that up a little bit there. Yarn needle here. All right, here's the blue. Have to concentrate getting that through there. I have a plastic one that's got a bigger opening. All right, here we No, that one goes that way. This one goes this way. Okay. No, actually, I think I'm going to do it the way I was getting ready to. That's going to be cut. Okay. Sorry, just getting myself straightened out here. Sometimes it's a little harder than other times. Okay, so I'm working that through. It's so quick and easy with the yarn needle. And then just give it a little tug gently, a gentle tug. There we go. Okay. And then what did I do? I pulled that. All right. Didn't cut it when I had it. I should have. So I had to do it again. So I pulled it out. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. Now we'll work that one in. And just weave it in and out across there. And there you go. Give it a tug and a clip. And that part is done. So my ends are worked in. You won't be able to see them in a minute at all. Now you can see that blue right now. You can see it, but it's not going to be there for long. You're not going to see it for long. Whoa. All right, here we go. Chain 3 and go around. So that's there, then I need to go right there. All right, got it. Get that in there. Then I'm going to go look at my chat. I know I haven't been looking at my chat. See what y'all are doing. All right, and then here in a minute, I got one more stitch to do. And there, now you can't even see the extra yarn. I worked it in, and you can't even see it's there. So I am glad that I gave in and started working in my ends as I go. They are much more invisible when you do it as you go than when you wait and do it at the end. Let's see. Let's put that back in the tote. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to pull that up. Come over here to the chat. Put that yarn needle where I won't lose it. Let's see. Did Ava have too much flan yesterday? Let's just say I had some flan last night. Char of Heart is here. Got me a new yarn and needle set. Now I can start working on something. Yay! Awesome, Char of Heart. I know she got less sleep than I did, and I'm a little cranky. Oh, Anne is a little cranky this morning. Cranky on the road. Uh-oh. Oh. And you got it for $6 altogether? That's a good buy. Oh, 16. That's still a good buy. She wants to practice making caps or beanies. Those are fun. Yes. Sandra got her yarn for free. Awesome. Anne says, I've been practicing and it is getting easier again. Awesome. Let's see. Question from Char of Heart. Are you doing single chains? I'm doing double crochet for this hat. This hat, you don't even do any chains at all because you start with the rubber band, the hair band right here. And you just start crocheting right onto it, double crocheting all around, and then just do each row. So these are all double crochets. Let's see. Sandra was asked where she got her yarn, and her mom had more than she needed that she got from garage sales. Char says, I noticed that about colors and texture, even with paint. Taking a nap soon, says Char of Heart. Anne says, Gina's probably still sleeping, but I don't think so because she set her alarm for 7:30 this morning. So there's Diane Phoenix. Good morning. Good morning. Diane says, my cats love my tote, but it frustrates them because they can't get the ball of yarn. Anne says, it was fun. I left around midnight. Yeah, we were there 4 more hours. 3.5 more? I don't even know. I don't know. I went to bed at 4. That's all I know. Oh no, they completely unraveled my beginning of my throw, so I stopped working on it till I could keep them out of it. Oh my goodness. It was a fun night. Actually, it started around 8 because we were in my basement for an hour before we decided to go live. Yeah. Yeah, I was dancing and singing, you betcha. Oh, Anne says Scott stopped and got her an egg McMuffin. You know, that sounds really good. Sounds really good. Oh, y'all, I bought my ingredients for my waffle sandwich challenge coming up. this Wednesday is the waffle challenge day, and it's making a waffle sandwich, and I got my ingredients and I can't wait to make it. And then I can't wait to eat it. And I'm going to try something different with my waffles. I don't have a waffle maker, so I'm using frozen waffles, which I don't like the texture of when I make them in the toaster because they're too crispy. I don't like the texture of them when I put them in the microwave. Maybe I'm not doing it right, but they're kind of soggy. So I thought about it. And you can make French toast in the skillet. You make grilled cheese sandwiches in the skillet, right? And so I thought, well, I will just do my waffle in the skillet. So we'll see what kind of texture that gives it and if I like it better. If not, I'll make them in the toaster. But that's going to be my experiment with my waffle sandwich, to see how that works for a waffle, for a frozen waffle. All right, let's look over here. Dawn says news on her channel. Check it out. Will do. Oh, Christina's husband got her a donut. And Dawn's got to go. See you Monday. Awesome. No breakfast for me, Sandra says. I haven't had breakfast yet either, now that I think about it. You know what I'm going to have? I'm probably going to have some toast with applesauce on it, because that sounds really good. Usually that's what I grab when I'm in a hurry and don't have much time, but some days it also just sounds good, right? What I'd really love to have is some avocado toast. There's only one problem. There's no avocados in my kitchen right now. I'll have to get some soon. All right, and that is my last stitch. I'm going to join it. Ta-da! So there's my first round of blue right there. And then I'm going to chain 3 and do it again. There we go. All right. I started learning the lingo for the craft. Cool to understand when you're just getting started. Yeah, right? My favorite thing I learned, and this was in a Facebook group, a crochet Facebook group, they were always saying, I had to frog it. I had to frog it twice. And they were like, ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, what? So finally I had to ask. I had to just, I don't know. It wasn't really embarrassing, but I had to put myself on the spot and say, oh, I'm sorry, but I don't know what that means. What does it mean when you frogged it? And they're like, you rip it out. And with yarn, it's like pulls, it goes plunk, 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 right? So it's rip it like a frog. Rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it. And they call that frogging it. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. That makes sense now. And a whip. They're all like, what whip do you have? I'm like, what? What's a whip? Oh, well, it stands for work in progress. So this hat is my whip, my work in progress. And that sweater is still my whip because it is not finished yet. They're like, how many whips do you have? And people are like, 10, 12. And I'm like, what? These hats go really quickly. And they're cute, right? And if you don't want the ponytail opening, that's no big deal. You just start with a chain 4 or 5 and make your circle in there, or a magic circle. I can't explain a magic circle because I don't do it that way. But there's something called a magic circle people do to make it the start of a round. Oh yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm going to make 5 rows of blue. I think so. Let's see here. Hey, there's Amethyst Haze Adventures. Hello, Amy. Christina went to bed at midnight. Anne says, I left you at 2 a.m. your time. Oh, got it. Yeah, this time zones get me. Yeah, okay. So you were there quite a while. Okay, is that a psst? I'm here. Anne. Psst. Let's see. I'm not able to do the challenge. That's all right. That's all right. Nice thing. Good morning to Amy. All right. Furnace is coming on again. I took the dog outside, but I wasn't out there for very long, and I had my coat on. Started to say it wasn't that bad out there. We're supposed to have 2 more cold days, and then spring is back, and it's in the 60s again. Yay! And then I'm going to get my lettuce planted. I planted my lettuce late last year, and I want it in the ground on time this year. And instead of 1 container of lettuce, I'm going to plant 2 containers of lettuce. I got to figure out where I'm going to plant my collard greens. Somewhere amidst the flowers. I just don't know exactly where. Okay, so I join it. So chain 3 and do it all again. Double crochet all the way around. Oh, that was my computer. Sorry, guys. Coffee sip. Gonna put what's left in there. I got a cup and I got some in my little decanter, and the rest of it I put in the thermos so it's still hot when Doug gets home. We really like that thermos. We use it a lot. It's one of the pumper ones, and it's has glass inside, so it stays really hot. All right. So see how those colors are coming together? Like it. Oh yeah. Sitting here thinking about gardening and flowers. I can't wait for the flowers to be back. So the perennials that I have some daffodils that come up, my irises, however you say it. People say it different. The peonies or the peonies. Um, they come up every year. They're so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Mine are all pink. And what else do I have that comes up? Irises, I said that. I don't know if my daisies will come back this year or not. I might have to plant some seed, but I kind of resow seed every year because some plants are not even though they come up every year, they're not really perennials. They're biennials and they reseed themselves, and that's why they keep coming back. Um, and I didn't reseed last year, so hopefully Mother Nature did. And my purple coneflowers, love those. My lilies, and the daylilies, and I've got some double daylilies that are really pretty. They're yellow. My hens and chickens. Hens and chickens always make me smile because my grandma Williams had hens and chickens, and I always loved them. And these I got starts of from Doug's mom. She has them at the farm. All right, to the end. So time to join. There it is, chain 3. And double crochet around. So right there. There we go. See, I can talk a lot easier when I'm not also trying to count my stitches. Because remember, the first 5 rows, I had to count my stitches because we were increasing till we got to the 6th row, and then it's just around. There we go. Let's see what's going on over here. Christina says, I asked him to get me some peppermint to try and help with my tummy, and he brings me a donut. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I hear chickadees outside doing their bird call. And says, "Oh, that won't help." Yeah, so Charhart had already figured out what frog it meant, but not whip, what a whip is. So I'm glad I shared that. Yeah, the sun is really shining here, but it's not as warm as it looks. We still have snow. We're going to be in the 20s and 30s for our highs for the next couple days, I think, before it's in the 60s again. But we had our coldest night last night for our low. I think it was 9 degrees. Charvehart saw someone doing the magic circle recently. Diane says, "Be right back, toasting a bagel and making more coffee." I wonder what kind of coffee she's drinking this morning, y'all. I'm drinking regular coffee right now. Let's see. Oh, Tom's Wild and Wonderful Views is here. Right, Tom? Yes. Anne says her peonies are red. Mine are pink, which I also got to start from Doug's mom because she has them out at the farm. And I think she has other colors and she has some purple ones. I'll have to post the pictures I took of them because I never did post them. I got some close-ups and they're, oh my gosh, so pretty. And I love the fragrance. They're so fragrant. Uh-oh. Okay. Somebody must have got that for me. On the YouTube side, I still see stuff even if it's been deleted. But I just tried to delete it and it didn't work, so it must be gone. It must be gone. Tracy Oceanfire 777 is here. Hello. Oh, you said, wow, that jerk must have followed me. So I'm just going to turn my phone on. And it says, I am so slow this morning. 6 hours of sleep is still not enough for me. Let's see here. I got my phone. If I'm looking down, I'm not asleep. I'm looking at my phone. Yeah, last night I had to get into my game for a minute and do a couple things, and somebody thought I fell asleep because my head was down. And no, I just had my iPad down here in my lap, checking on my game for a minute. There it is. Oh, Tracy got him. Good job. All right. Let's see. Tom says we went from 68 to 6 inches of snow today. Oh my gosh. We only got 3 inches of snow this time, but where I live in Missouri, we got 24 inches of snow in February. We got 10 inches all at once, then we got 11 inches all at once, and then we got 3 more inches in the next one. So far for March, we've had 3 inches of snow. And I'm working on a temperature blanket. I haven't actually started making it yet, but I'm keeping track of the temperatures since January. And I really wish I'd thought of this sooner, because I think it would be really cool to not just keep track of the temperatures, but to keep track of what days it snowed by putting a row of white. If it snowed that day, put a row of white. If it rained, put a row of whatever color I designate for that. But I didn't think of that yet. And I don't remember what the snow was in January. I do for February. It was kind of unforgettable. We hadn't had 24 inches of snow in 30 days in a long time here. And especially not all at once, right? But I just think that would be neat to include in my temperature blanket. It's funny when you hear the bird, there's a difference in the birds singing and the birds hollering, right? When I hear the birds hollering, 9 times out of 10, if I go to the window and look, there's an outside cat sitting under the bird feeder. And I hear the birds hollering right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want one more round because I want to do 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's looking pretty good, but I still think it needs another round. So I'm going to go one more. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet around. One more time, and then we're going to call this done. And then for the rest of the project, what I need to do is get the sweaters in 3 pieces. It has the back panel, it has a side panel for one side, and a side panel for the other in the front. I need to put those together and make the sleeves and then the edging around it, and it is done. And then I get to try it on. All right. Now, coming around. We're going. Oh, yeah. Let's see. You're liking that hat. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. It's a ponytail hat. Sandra says everything was frozen this morning, but now it's warming up. Good. RV Weekends is here. A quick hello and ask, how are you feeling, Ava? Well, I'm feeling pretty good. How are you feeling, Robert? I'm feeling pretty good. Yep, Robert was one of them that stayed up pretty late with us this morning. He got to wave bye to Doug when Doug went to work this morning. Ann says we have an annoying woodpecker that's been looking for food in the metal gutters on the shop, and it's crazy loud. Oh my gosh, that would be very, very loud for sure. Diane says you're going to have to change its name to Metal Pecker. I've never seen one pecking on metal before. Occasionally, there will be a woodpecker right outside this window because the side of the porch is right there. But since we put out soot feeders, they go to that. We have 3 of them because there's so many woodpeckers that they will fight over it. And also, there's a lot of other birds that will go to your soot feeder as well. So in order to not have bird fights all day long, we have 3 soot feeders. We have 2 finch feeders, a regular bird feeder, and then 3 soot feeders, and then we will be having the hummingbird feeder. And I may get another one so we have more than one of those too. Have to see. We're almost to the end of this row. I'm getting there. We're going to finish this hat, y'all. We're going to finish this hat. Oh, Robert is fixing some biscuits and sausage gravy. That sounds delicious. I'll be right over. I haven't had breakfast yet. But the birds are singing now, so the cat must have gone on. Go. We only got that much more to go. We're done with this hat. That, folks, is a wrap on this hat. Let's cut it. Oops. Little scissors are hard to navigate with. All right, now we just gotta finish it off and get our yarn needle and work those ends in. Okay, give them the inside. Put that in. We're gonna go in these loops. Then we're also gonna go up a little bit so that end is not right there on the edge. So I'm going to go on the inside of my hat and find a place to just come up a little bit on the inside and work at it. There we go. And give it a little pull. And a little pull this way, so it's not punched up. And a cut. A little cut here and a little cut there. Actually, I only cut this in and then I dropped my hat into the floor. There it is. All finished. All finished. I got an end coming out through there. So let's just give that a little trim. There we go. All right, there it is. It is a hat. Now, there's the difference in only 2 rows of white versus, maybe I could have gone with 3 rows of white. Maybe I'll do that next time. I don't know. All I know is I didn't have enough color on this top because it was on the top of my head because my ponytail's back here. And then you couldn't even see the pink because it was way back here. So this way you should be able to see the gray even when I have it on. That's my thinking anyway. We'll see if it worked. So there you go. No longer a work in progress. This is done. Now I just got to sew that sweater together, make the sleeves and the edging, And then I have a completed set, a matching sweater and hat. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Come back here. Bro, back up there to that biscuits and gravy. Let's see. Diane says, stir the flour into the sausage before you add the milk, and then there's no lumps that way. Freehandly is here. Freehandly made. Darn it, I keep missing your crafting live. No notifications. That happens sometimes. I don't know. It happens to me too sometimes. Everybody's saying hi. Oh, Tracy went to sleep early and missed all of our rowdy fun last night. Gina's pop-up live. So yeah, we're in my basement right after my live, and Meant to Be's like, somebody needs to go live. I'm like, yeah, go live. She's like, Gina, you go live. So that's what we did. And it was fun. It was so fun. Freehandly Made says, I've got yarn on my hook, so not typing much. I just finished this hat. Just finished it. This is the one that's going to match my cardigan sweater. Sandra says, that's awesome. Thank you. Now, I know sometimes I say Sandra and it's Sandra, but I have a friend named Sandra, and so sometimes it slips right out of my mouth. I know, right? Dallas Cowboy Colors. That I hadn't really realized that till I held the hat up. I could see it in the hat. Let's see. Tracy says, okay, back to work. Thanks for being here. Sandra has to work tonight. Diane's got her coffee. And I got my water right here. I haven't drank very much of this water. And I got my spray bottle right off camera. In case my cat became too interested in my yarn. I wouldn't even have to pick it up. I could just point it at them and they'll walk away. I very rarely have to spray anybody with the water. I just like point it at them and they're like, back away. Actually, they flick that tail and they run one direction or the other. Except for one, she's kind of sassy. She'll just stand there and look at you and flick that tail. And sometimes she'll do it anyway and then run. Oh boy. Let's see here. Diane's got her coffee. Oh, Diane's drinking caramel coconut crunch coffee. Sounds delicious. Sounds really good. Now, I guess I'll wait till I finish that sweater, and then, because I'll need to use some more of this white. But then I'm going to ball this, because look, it's even looking worse than it was below. So the sleeves, let me get this one. That's finished. Okay, so the sleeves will be gray because you put it together and then you just make the sleeves whatever color this top color was is the color of your sleeves. And then you could either make the edging the same color as, like it could have been pink, and then it would have contrasted down here the pink, but I decided to, since I had the pink sleeves to match here, I decided to go with an edging to match the bottom color. So I don't know if that's what y'all would have done, but that's what I did there. I have not blocked this yet. Blocking means you get it wet and then you lay it out to dry, and you can shape it and let it dry, and then it's not like all wavy and stuff like that was. But I just haven't blocked it yet, and so that's the hat matches that sweater. But I'm very pleased with the way they turned out, and the sweaters are very comfortable to wear. And I make matching hats for everything. It's kind of like my thing. And yeah. So I am going to try to get that all finished so I can show it to you finished next Saturday on Crafting Hour. Inquiring minds want to know, did Doug see the bottle? Yes. Oh yeah, he saw the bottle before he left for work. Yeah. He's the one who put it up too. Oh my goodness. It was so much fun. Looking at my comments. I'm scrolling. Look at this cute little thing Doug got me. It's a selfie light that goes on my phone. It has 3 different settings. There's the really bright. And it just clicks right on my phone like that for doing videos or taking selfie pictures. And this is a Mickey Mouse. And then he also got me this, which is the Minnie Mouse. And she has a bow in her hair. And he's just got his ears. And she has a bow. See her bow right there? Cute. So I've used it once, but the thing with me is I wear glasses, so it looks like this. You can see it in my glasses. Well, let's do it the way I would be doing it. So here it is, and I'm videoing, but you can see him in my glasses. Well, not right now. Oh, because I'm not looking down at the camera. But you can see him in my glasses, so you really can. I know it wasn't working there. You really can. Ah! Oh. Let's see. Remind me what time you go live on Saturdays. I'm going to put it in my phone. I go live at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So for me, I'm Central Time, so it's 10 in the morning for me. But 8 a.m. Pacific time. It is cute, isn't it? He brought that home, and I just loved it. But apparently there is a way to hold it where it doesn't shine on my glasses, because I couldn't see it on my glasses when I was trying to show you guys that it reflected on my glasses. Oh, maybe it was here. Trying to do it on the computer. Maybe that's what I was doing. Trying to use it for my live on. Let's see. I bet that's what it was. Well, that's still not bad. Can you tell a difference? Off. Not really. Too far away. But on the phone, I can tell a difference because it's closer to my face. Take that off of there. But anyway, they're cute as can be. They're so cute. He's kind of dimmed because I left him on. Oopsie. So he's not quite as bright as he was in the beginning. Let's see. Scrolling. Oh, the clock's changed tonight. Thank you. Doug reminded me a couple of days ago, but I'd forgotten all about that. I sure had. Well, y'all, it's been a wonderful crafting hour, and I actually finished a project live. Woo! And I'll be working on this sweater, and I'll spend probably take me a couple hours to do what I need to do to piece it together and make the sleeves and the edgings. And I don't know, I may do the top color for the edging as well, just to do something different this time and see how that contrast looks to me. Not sure. I'll wrestle with that decision until it's time to put it on the hook, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do. Thank you, Anne. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, for those of you who were there last night, I had on my movie star glasses. Uh-huh. Yeah. These are big old glasses, aren't they? But you know what? I prefer these great, big, huge glasses to the little ones. I always have. I don't know. So there I am. So when I go outside, you see my sunglasses coming. Can't sneak up on anybody. Good morning, Lillian. How are you? A lot of times when I'm crocheting too, I put my glasses on this. This is one of those around your neck chains where you can take your glasses off and just drop them down. So you're not picking them up and they go right there. So I keep those right there for when I want them. And I keep them tied because it's just easier to keep track of. They don't get lost. And if they're laying down, I can see this much easier than I can just see the little string, right? So that's the idea behind that method right there. Almost everyone on the panel was wearing sunglasses. We planned it that way. We all had our hats on backwards, which I'd wear my hat backwards most of the time because the bill shape. I mean, it's like you can't see my eyes. It's like, ah. So for my lives, I turn it around. And I usually end up wearing it that way most of the day. There we go. Oh my goodness. So what am I going to be doing today? I'm going to be cooking. I've got a thing of chicken broth, a box of chicken broth in there, and I think I'm just going to make me a little pot of vegetable soup. I know I've got potatoes in there. I know I've got carrots in there. And even if I don't have anything else, that's enough for me just to have something savory and nice and warm and comforting, right? I do have a little bit of pasta in there. I can put some pasta in it. That sounds good. That's going to be my plan. That's going to be my plan. And I don't know what's for supper yet. I haven't thought about that. Have to look in the freezer. Or Doug might be cooking. You just never know. We take turns cooking. We used to have assigned nights, but that kind of fell by the wayside. And now just whoever feels like cooking is the one that cooks. Oh, Freehandly Maid says Little Man has his birthday party today. How awesome is that? Lillian says last night was wild and fun. It was both. Don't get me started on the what's for supper question. Hi, Charlie Grace. Awesome. Yeah, I hope he has a fun birthday party. All right, well, let's see. I don't really want to start working on anything else right now and leave it in the middle. Um, I'm at a really good starting spot with that sweater, so I'm going to wait till I go make my soup, and then I'll come back and start on that sweater, and I'll watch a show and just or YouTube. I don't know which it's going to be. Weekends are when I try to get caught up with as many people as I can. Um, during shutdown when I wasn't working, I was on YouTube all the time watching everybody's videos. And when I went back to work, I really struggled trying to find that balance with work and making my own videos and editing and lives and getting around to support everybody else on their channels, right? So I told you what I do now, and it's working better than anything else I came up with. And that is, as you know, you answer comments and then they disappear, right? Because it's only the comments you haven't responded to yet in your notification in your studio. So as people comment on our videos, I go ahead and click on their channel, go to their whatever recent video they put out, and I add it to my watch later. Then I answer their comment, and then I go to the next one. I do the same thing. Because where I used to have time to just go to their channel and watch their video right then, I don't anymore. I don't have that in there. Hey, there's my niece. Hi, Mindy. So the watch later has become my friend, but you got to be sure you go there, right? When I sit down and watch YouTube with the intentionally to sit down and watch YouTube, I have to remember to go to my watch later list first, right? And then branch out from there. And that is bringing the balance back where I can have my work and get my work done. That's the thing. You got to get the work done. I can get my work day in, my work done. I can do my own channel things I need to do on my channel and yet still support others on their channels. And that's working out pretty well for me. And then as notifications pop up of channels I like to watch, I grab those too. Watch later, watch later, watch later. And I'm getting into the habit of going to my watch later list. That was the next step. I had to get in the habit of that and not just pulling it up and going wherever I saw people, right? And that's working out for me. That's working out better for me. I'm getting around to other people's channels more efficiently and than I was just trying to do it on my own. And I had never used my watch later list in that manner. Maybe y'all already did. It just dawned on me just recently. So I was really struggling, trying to find that balance, and I was missing everybody. And yeah. So I think I'm this close to that happy balance again. this close to my happy balance. Let's see. Okay, here's where I left off. Oh, Charlie Grace said I didn't make the drive to Georgia to the campground and found out they lost their electricity and heat. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And are we good for tomorrow? Yes. 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 And what is that? That is behind the scenes crochet that we get together in what I call my basement, where we're together in our StreamYard, but we're not live. we're just together, right? And if anybody needs help with a particular stitch, we kind of all help each other, um, or we just sit and crochet together, right? And we can see each other, and it isn't live, so people don't have to be nervous about coming up on the screen, because it's just like you're coming to my house and hanging out. We're just talking and crocheting, right? So yes, absolutely. And I know who my regulars are, and I will send you links if anybody else would like a link for that. If you have something to work on, you want to work on a project with us, you just email me. What's my email? Let me grab it. I'll put it on the bottom. Where is it? There it is. Ava Potterfield and Friends at gmail.com. There it is. Woo-hoo. Right there. Yeah. Oh, I was really nervous about doing a crafting hour. I was so nervous, but I'm so glad that I did it. And I'm getting better about working on my project and talking at the same time. And that music in the background takes that pressure off, to where if I need to count my stitches, I can just say, guys, I got to count. And the music is there, right? So it's all okay. It's all okay. That music is comforting. It's comforting. Let's see. How's the weather there? I'll put my 2 bits in on the weather. We have 3 inches of snow, and the sun is shining. It's about 18 degrees maybe outside right now. It looks beautiful outside. It does. And I was right. My trees are budding. My trees are budding. I told you, when I'm looking out, I can almost see that they're budding. It seems like I'm seeing it. So I went out there to check, and yes, the trees are budding. And the maple tree that our swing is under is also budding. So yay. Yay, yay, yay. Thank you, Tracy. Diane can't make Sunday nights, okay? We can change our time. Let's see. What time? Right now it's been, I think it's been 5 p.m. Pacific time, just 7 o'clock my time. We can also switch it up and have it some different times. Sandra, we love you too. Yes, and it's a secret crocheting society. Oh. Lillian says, "Burr, that's way too cold." Well, it's gonna be back up in the 60s in one more day. Not tomorrow, but the day after. So I guess in 2 more days. I can't add days correctly. Amy says, "I'm just ready for all the cold to go away." Me too, Amy. Me too. Oh my. And I usually get seasonal depression really bad in the winter time, and mine was not as bad as usual. This is the first year that it has not been like really noticeably there. And I don't really know why. I'll have to sit down and think about that with Doug and see if he can think of anything in particular that we did differently this year, or what. We've been composing music. That's something we've been doing different. and working on getting our original music together and ready to publish here on YouTube. There's a few loose ends I've got to finish first before I can do that. Other than the Corn Crib Reel, we've put that one out there already. But I already had it documented in all the ways I needed to, so it was okay. Diane says my seasonal depression is kicking my butt this year. Seeing it usually does. Me too. Now, I'm saying in my eyes, it hasn't been as bad. I don't know how it's been through Doug's eyes. I will have to check with him because maybe it just feels different to me when it wasn't noticeably different to anybody else. You know what I mean? That can happen. That can happen. You think, oh, yeah. And at least it's happened to me before. But yeah. Amy says mine isn't seasonal. Mine is new and I'm struggling to deal with it. Fortunately, know why I have it, but I don't understand the why. It can be hard. We're just all gonna hang in there. We're just all gonna hang in there. We're all gonna hang in there and let each other know none of us are alone with our anxiety, right? None of us are alone. So hang in there. We can do hard things. We can do it. We can do hard things. And we're going to hang in there. We're going to hang in there. Did we want to change the time for tomorrow? Anybody got any ideas? Or you can email me and we can check it out. Yes, Diane, this year's been bad because of all the deaths close to me this year, and tomorrow is Toby's 22nd birthday. Yeah. Sandra says, I deal with depression and anxiety, and since the C came, I have panic attacks. Yeah, I used to have panic attacks a lot. And actually, Dooley, the dog that's in my video, he was my therapy dog. And yeah, it was really hard to lose him. It was really life-changing to lose him. He got me through a lot. He was the best boy. And we gave him the best life. We loved him so much. Amy says, I've had them since the end of January. Yeah. And Lillian, that's good that you did that. You know, the best thing we can be is self-aware, right? Self-aware. It's not something you have to hide. It's not something you can't talk about. You know, we can talk about it and we don't have to hide it. And that's why we all know we're not alone, right? That's right. Right. Praying for everyone who has the struggle. It's very hard to deal with. Yeah. Diane, with my kidneys failing, my doctor took me off all my depression meds. Lillian says, definitely self-aware. Oh, Card Junkie, you're sharing life with all of us. That's right. And, you know, and when I say, you know, you're in my prayers, I don't mean that lightly. I mean that literally. And I have a prayer jar, and if there's someone in particular asking for prayers, their name goes right in there, and I leave it in there. And but I also just in general pray for all of us as well. Um, oh, we're at our destination, says Anne. Have a great time. And it just makes a difference knowing that you're not alone. You've got each other, and other people are going through things that you're dealing with. Yeah. Right, Sandra. Right. I'm scrolling through my chat if you wonder what I'm doing. All right. Well, you all are awesome. Just awesome. All right. At the bottom of my chat. Woohoo! I forgot to put my watch on the charger last night, so I don't know how much. Probably should do that real quick before I forget, and it goes dead when I'm wanting to track my exercising. Because you don't want to do that exercising for nothing. You want it on your tracker. Oh, it's 57%. That would not have got me through the whole day, so that's good. We'll just lay that right here and let that charge a little bit. I'm going to pour some more coffee. Ooh, now that I talked about that soup, I can't wait to go make some. It's going to be good and comforting and delicious. Now, I'm one of those people that if I cook chicken in the crock pot or whatever I'm doing, I never let broth go to waste. I put that baby in a plastic gallon bag or a quart bag, whichever size is appropriate, and I mark it if it's chicken broth, beef broth, bone broth, and I put it right in the freezer door, and right there where I can pull that out anytime. And I like that because it's seasoned the way I like it, right? And so good to use. And that's when I make noodles. A lot of times, well, I like to cook big. So if I cook some chicken in the crock pot, I cook a lot of chicken in the crock pot. Okay, and then I'll take it and freeze it in what I would use for suppers for just Doug and I. Whatever we would eat for supper, I put in one bag. And then if we have company, I get out 2 bags, right? But then I've saved that broth. So then when I make noodles, I just get out one of the bags of chicken and I'm, shred it up and I'm ready to do my noodle recipe. My chicken and noodles recipe. And, good. It saves time too. So I can do fast food without having to go eat out, right? And that's why we like to do it on nights when we don't feel like cooking. We can still eat at home because we've got those meals in the freezer that it takes time. It takes a little longer to cook big. It takes a little time to divide it up and freeze it, but boy, it's worth it when you can just grab something and make supper in 10-15 minutes rather than an hour, right? Diane says I freeze mine in ice cube trays so I can pop out how much I need instead of a whole bag. That's a great idea. That's a really good idea. Lillian, you really got in some great cardio last night. I know. We were all like checking our watches, checking our activity on our watches. That watch also checks my heart rate, and I do have a heart issue, so that has come in handy a couple of times, and yeah, but I really enjoy that. That's a Samsung watch. I have a Samsung phone. There you go. I can say it. And they connect. I didn't even know they would connect and get alerts on my phone as well. But here's the alert I get the most frequently. Bzz, 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 bzz. I look at it and it says, it's time to get up and move your body. Because I work at my desk all day. One of my jobs is right here at my desk. I do my songwriting right here at my desk. I teach sitting down, in my chair. And so this reminds me to get up. Bzz, 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 bzz. I look at it and it's like got a little guy on there stretching. It says it's time to move your body. And so I get up and I move my body for a little while. And I can tell a difference in my knees when I get up every so often. Habits are hard to form sometimes. So you know what I do? I actually have alarms set on my phone that say, move it. And that means get your body up and move it, Ava. Move it. And that helps me. And, I got the watch for free. Somebody paid it forward when they got a new watch and they passed their old one along. And I am so grateful for that. And it has really made a difference. It has got me walking. And, I might have gone for a walk, but there's a difference in going for a walk and walking for exercise, right? And this makes me do it for exercise, meaning it keeps track of how long I've walked. It keeps track of my steps, but it also keeps track of how long I have walked. And sometimes you think you're done before your timer goes off, right? So, and speaking of timer, where did it go? Where is my timer? It might be in the kitchen. Might have used it in the kitchen. I guess I did. I just bought a kitchen timer for sitting here at my desk and making sure I get everything done. I will set my timer for crochet, especially because it's so easy to have been crocheting for hours or sewing for hours, right? Yeah, I'm so thankful for that watch being paid forward to me. And I grew up with parents that taught us to pay it forward, right? When we got something new and we didn't need the other one anymore because we had the new one, we passed that along to someone else. And I've always lived my life like that. And I've had people pay it forward to me, and I then pay it forward to people. Especially if someone paid it forward to me, I return the favor. It might not be to that person, but I return the favor by paying forward myself, right? And I wouldn't have one of my own right now if I had to save up for it. I wouldn't have it yet, right? So I'm very thankful for that. Oh, Amy's does oxygen levels also. Nice. Lillian has a Fitbit, but don't use it right now. And Diane has a Fitbit. Mm-hmm. So mainly I wanted something to keep track of my steps. I wasn't even thinking about my heart rate. Now there's times I'm wherever I am, you'll see me stop and go like this because I'm checking my pulse, right? And everybody knows you're checking your pulse, right? now I can just go like this, push the heart button and push measure, and it's done, and nobody knows. Nobody knows. I mean, it's a lot less conspicuous than this. And I only say that because, have you ever been irritated by well-meaning people who come over and they're like, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" And you're like, "I don't want attention on myself." You know what I mean? Yeah, so I like being able to just push that button and then tap measure. It does it like that. And I know if I need to sit down and take a break. I know if I've reached my exercise limit by my heart rate. And I really like that feature a lot. Lillian says, when I first got it, I had been walking 4 miles a day. Wow. Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to get walking again. For me, I don't walk during cold weather. I don't like the cold, y'all. So I have to walk inside, and that can be on a treadmill, or that can be, walking in place. And either way is fine. Either way is fine. And oh, she's laying down. I just wasn't sure what she's doing. But yeah, I'm ready to go walking. Thank you, Tracy. That was Dooley. He's the one we did a video on with his pictures in it. And he just had grand mal seizures just one day. Boom. And had to take him in. Yeah. And right then the next week, Scooter had to go to the vet for something else. And I showed the vet those pictures because Dooley Snapchatted and all kinds of stuff. And some of his Snapchat pictures were in there. So the vet said, "Thank you for showing those to me." I was laughing, right? Yeah. It says, walking my dog now, it does help for sure. Yes, absolutely. William doesn't do treadmills. Heard a cat outside. Okay, guys. So we crocheted for an hour, and then we've sat here and just talked for almost an hour. I guess I better get going so I can get my work done for the day, huh? And that's a yes. That's a yes. So thank you all so much for being here. And, none of us are in this life alone. We all are going through things. And, sometimes other people are going through the exact same thing. So knowing we're not alone actually helps. It actually helps. So everybody have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. And if you want to email me about Crochet Behind the Scenes, it's our email, it's our channel name, Ava Potterfield and Friends at gmail.com. And I'll get you added. So everyone have a great day. Thanks for being here. You're awesome. You're awesome. And if you're struggling, you can do hard things and you're going to get through it. You're going to get through it. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Much love. Till next time.